Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I am back doing your January 2016 monthly tarot horoscope for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the dear sweet Lambiepuff Scorpio. For my sweet Scorpios out there, and I do have a Lambiepuff hashtag on Twitter, so you should check that out. And for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I do call Scorpios Lambiepuffs because I have a sweet friend who I used to call Lamb. I still call him Lamb. And he's just a sweet Scorpio. And you know, Scorpios will be friends with you no matter what happens. They'll be your friend for life, basically. If you're friends with a Scorpio, it may take time to get to know them, but if they're your friend, I mean, they're life friends. So that's a cool thing about Scorpios that I like. Anyways. Welcome, again to my channel. I do have a website. If you'd like to have a private reading, feel free to check it out. It's www.oracledaphne.com. I'll put the link for you right here. And if you'd like to schedule a reading, all you need to do is pick a day and time from my calendar page and then email me elizabetholson31@gmail.com and let me know what day time you'd like and I'll put you in. I do accept PayPal. That's the way I accept payments, PayPal only. But it's very easy to set up a PayPal account. So trust me, and it's very safe. I get, that's pretty much how I run my business, and it works, seamlessly, pretty much. Be careful of the spelling when you send payment through Birds Fly, but it's easy if I send you an invoice. So once I confirm the date, time, I can just send you an invoice through PayPal, which makes it easy. So anyways, I have been shuffling quite a lot, my sweet Scorpios, and let's see what you guys get for January 2016. I'm just going to lay out the spread here. All right. This is what I'm talking about. Back in action here. Back in action. Okay. So, the beginning of January, you are in fine form, okay? Because you got the Ace of Wands. Sorry, I'm going to wink here. Which is the Passion card. Which is you being on your A game, and that's what I like to see for Scorpios. You also, it's crossed by the Seven of Pentacles, which is the sexy, practically nude, or pretty much nude, Scorpio lassie, who is, very, very sexual, very, fertile. I want to say fertile. She's just plucking the fruits of life, and one of those fruits may be you, okay? So, this is the sexy Scorpio beast, okay? Sexy beast. So you're in fine form. That's what I like to see beginning of January. You may have been, some of you sexually frustrated in the recent past, or you may have just been frustrated or arguing with people. There is this player dude crowning you, which is the Nine of Cups. So you got to watch out for players, Scorpio. That's what I'm going to tell you. You don't want to. You kind of just really want to watch out for players. If there's a, this is Scorpio guys too. If you're a Scorpio guy, this is you, okay? But for the ladies who are Scorpios, this may not be a Scorpio. It could be a Scorpio-Scorpio combination, or Scorpio-Pisces, Scorpio-Cancer combination also. Usually, he is a Pisces or Cancer male. Sometimes he's a Scorpio, but not always. And so, I wouldn't be surprised. To me, he's just a player. A lot of times, he's also an Aquarius, too. Aquariuses love their freedom. This is a person who loves their freedom. This loves their single life. If you're a Scorpio male, you're living large right now, loving your single life, plucking all the fruits of life. That's that's what you've been doing in the beginning of January. That's what you're going to be doing in the beginning of January, okay? You do have this, card in the same position. Okay, so again, I think it was Libra. Was it Libra? Oh my God, Cancer. Might have been Leo also who got this. The Strength card, okay? So there's going to be some synchronistic moments here for you. Similar to Libra, when the cards show up in same positions for certain signs, that to me, they're synchronicities, okay? And so there's going to be some synchronicities that happen, I want to say mid-January, beginning to mid-January. But it's also a little bit of a testing time. So if you know, it's sort of like you have this hot and cold thing going on. You've got the Seven of Wands, which is this stress and struggle and frustration. And then you have the Nine of Cups, which can indicate good for finances, wealth, happiness, and bliss, but most of the time it's just a player, okay? It's just positive. But then we have the Strength card again, which is not, it is positive forward motion if somebody has made the decision to move forward. But the universe tests us when we are resistant to change. And so when we get to this point, and you may have some planets in Libra as well, when we get to this point, you know, you need to make the decision to move forward. You're really not wanting to. You are resistant to. You are kind of, you know, stuck there on that edge. And looking out at the distance going, well, life is beautiful, but I'm not going to partake in it because it's too scary. That's basically what you're telling the world. And you don't want to do that. You want to move forward. Always continue to move forward in life, no matter what life brings you. No matter how painful or hard it is. You do have the Two of Wands as a foundation, which is an excellent foundation because it is sitting on top of the world, okay? So any cards that are really high up, that are down as a foundation, are usually really, really positive. It's what I like to see. The Two of Wands is, you know, basically you're the king of your castle, okay? I want to say, you know, Scorpio, you are the king or queen of your castle. In January, you have been, you know, I feel like working very hard in your career for some time. And I feel like you're reaping the rewards. You will be reaping rewards for your hard work in January. I want to say January is a very career-focused month for you. It's sex-focused, as always, but also, and relationship, but also career. There's two cards, two career cards here, two very strong career cards, which is the Two of Wands and the Six of Wands. And when they show up together to spread, it means that you really are focused on your career. You're focused on working. You're focused on getting a lot done. You know, this is you working. You know, almost obsessively working. Okay, too much. So make sure you have some downtime. Make sure you take some downtime. Make sure you're not. I want to say. Make sure you're not limiting yourself, okay? If you have an opportunity, you see an opportunity, I want you to go for it, okay? I want you to start making plans for your future because the Strength card is about you embracing life, making plans for your future. It is a very positive card, but it can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes. You have this Knight of Wands coming in from the outside, which is usually a fire sign guy. Okay, this is a guy who's, it can also be a Cancer or Scorpio, so it could be you, okay, having a little bit of a wandering eye, okay. Because you have the player card here, wouldn't be surprised if it was you, okay. These two guys showed up also in, was it the Aquarius spread? I think it was the Aquarius spread. So you may also be in a relationship, or you may be in Aquarius with some planets in Scorpio, watching this, you know, for yourself as well. Because there's some similarities also to Aquarius. I feel like it was Aquarius. It may have even been Pisces, but I feel like it was more like Aquarius. So you maybe have the hots for an Aquarius, or maybe you may be the Scorpio that has been in a relationship or has liked this Knight of Wands person. And the Knight of Wands person is a lot of times the Leo, and there's a strong Leo element in this as well, okay? So could be Scorpio-Leo combination as well. Scorpio-Pisces, Scorpio-Aquarius. Could also be Scorpio-Virgo, because a lot of times the Six of Wands is the Virgo person. Some of you Scorpio ladies are dating several guys, okay? Or you just may have a lot of people around you, a lot of people in your life. Scorpio guys may be dating a lot of guys. You know, potentially, I want to say 4 different guys. the thing that all these people, I mean, it's hard because, you know, everybody talks about people cards, but the thing about having a lot of people cards show up in this spread like this is, I want to say the fact that they could represent just people around you. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't represent necessarily relationships, okay? But because there's so many, and they're different, you know, I feel like they're different signs, I don't necessarily feel like they're all you. It could be all you, but the thing is, it's not leading to anything. So I want to say, even if you are dating, I feel like none of these people are going to be that long-term partner. The outcome is the Four of Cups, which is being very disconnected. Living in the dream, not the reality. The dream of life, and this is a strong Pisces again, this Piscean dream type, fantasy type energy, which is not the reality of a life, okay? This is also taking time for yourself, wanting to take time for yourself, wanting to be alone. This is not necessarily the time where you want to be social. You're still sexed up, you know, because that's like the heart of the reading, okay? So you're still sexy, but it's like you're so focused on your career that you may end up kind of just digging a tunnel and burying yourself in your work and kind of ending up very disconnected because of it, okay? So don't forget to pick up the phone, call some friends. Don't forget to balance out so much career focus with other things. And the thing is, Scorpios usually are very social, and they do usually have friends. They usually have family. But for those of you who are maybe single, there's a lot of single characters here. Those of you who may be single, I feel like there's this maybe you're newly single. It's over focus on career, tunnel vision on career, where that's all that there is. Okay, it's like for you, there's sex and work, and that's it. That's your life in January. And you're going, yep, that's pretty much my life, you know. So try to balance it out with different activities, different things that you can do. Don't spend too much time alone. I feel like some of you are spending too much time alone, and I feel like you are kind of going down the wrong road. Some of you are potentially cheating on your partner or spouse, which is the wrong road, okay, to go down. I don't feel like that part. I feel like you're going to find out if there's somebody who you're involved in and you feel like they're only involved with you, but they really are involved with somebody else. It could be you too, also, who may be kind of testing waters with different people. I feel like they will find out that that's the case, and you'll no longer be talking to them. For the people that are kind of staying on the path of the not cheating, I feel like you're going to start dating again. I feel like you are going to start dating again. It will be a time of prosperity, and I feel like you will get to a partner, and you will have a partner which is going to be long term. I feel like if you're a guy, I feel like she is going to be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or have some strong of that in their chart. They could also be a Leo, another Leo, but I feel like your history with Leo so far is not so good, okay? So if you have a positive relationship with a Leo, that's good, okay? But for in the future, I feel like you're going to end up in another committed partnership with most likely a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. If you've dated Virgo before and it hasn't worked out for you, don't be distressed. It might have just been that person. So don't ever rule out the signs because they have tendencies. Everybody's unique in their own way. So just go by the person. You know, really think about the person, who they are, and, you know, take them for who they are and get to know them. It's hard to get to know people sometimes because, you know, in the beginning people sometimes come across as being one way. But I feel like, Scorpio, you're really good at digging. You're good at digging for answers. So don't be afraid to dig. Don't be afraid to date. Don't be afraid to go out there and start dating again and see what's out there. I feel like you do need that to happen. You may have a friend who's a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn as well, like a best friend who's there for you. So don't forget about her too. She may not be, you know, one of those signs, but your best friend, I want to say Scorpio, like your best friend is there for you. So if you feel like alone, for some reason there's this loneliness. I feel like there may be some element where you discover your partner is cheating. You know, or you end up cheating and getting caught. But I don't feel like that's going to be like the worst thing that happens. I mean, it is kind of, it's negative, but it's not going to be like the worst thing in the world, because I feel like it's going to liberate you from a partnership that's not really working. If that's the case, if that does happen. I feel like you're going to recover quickly. If you move on from a partner, say your current partner is like a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and you find out they're cheating, it could be another Scorpio. I feel like you're going to move on. You may just kind of check out for a while. You may just be like, oh my God, in like a sort of a state of shock and spend a lot of time alone. But then I do feel like you're going to kind of get a second life. You'll get your wind again and back in the sails, and so you'll get back out there again. So I don't want you to be down for too long. I feel like you may kind of get down for a period of time, but then it's sort of like it changes again. So I do feel like you are in a little bit of the cheating cycle, though. You've got to be careful about that. Cheating and getting cheated on, making up, you know, breaking up and then getting back together. I don't necessarily feel like this is a healthy pattern for you. I feel like it's a pattern that you need to break if you're in that cycle, you know. I feel like for a lot of you, there's more than one person in your relationship and you just don't know it, you know. You need to really dig hard when it comes to relationships and figure people out, and that's what you do best. So I feel like you can do it. I just feel like you kind of become obsessive when you meet somebody, and even if you are thinking it through it, and if you are taking your time, for some reason there's things that you're missing, like the big things you're missing. I'm not sure why. I feel like you're not using your intuition. I feel like you need to use your intuition more. What's telling you, like what your intuition is telling you about the people that you're meeting. I feel like that's important. I feel like you may be kind of blinded. It's always hard. Even if you are psychic, it's hard to figure out what's right in front of you. That's the problem. You just don't see it. And I think that's partly your problem, is that you may have have a lot of intuition, but you may not use it for whatever reason, because, you know, we all see what we want to see, and it's true for everyone. So don't feel bad about that. I did flip another card, but I'm going to flip one last card for you to see what else. There's a lot here about resistance. There's a lot here about going down a road because it feels safe, doing the same thing over again, getting stuck on one track thinking, doing things the hard way. Some of you are wanting to get pregnant, and I feel like that's going to happen, but I feel like there's so much resistance and there's so much stress in your life to change. Like, there's so much resistance to change that I feel like this is probably why you're not getting pregnant. There's some element of whatever it is that you need to do, you're not doing. You're resistant. You're doing something because it feels easy. You're going down the same worn, well-known path, and you need to kind of break out of that and do something unique. You need to embrace your uniqueness, embrace your creativity, because that sacral chakra is the creative chakra. So the more creative you are, the more likely you will get pregnant. It's that energy, it's that positive energy, and also it helps if you have a lot of sex. But I feel like for you're refusing to make changes that you need to make. And even if you have made changes, some of you are going, well, I have made a lot of changes. There's more to come. I want to say there's more to come. There's more that you need to do. And it's very hard and it's very challenging, I know. But these are the things this is the energy. This is what I see for you. You may be in a relationship with a Taurus. You have to be careful because the Taurus is your shadow. And it's not going to bode well for you to get into any kind of relationship where there's any kind of stagnation. A Taurus will stagnate forever. Be careful about that. Be careful about becoming fixed on one thing or have it your one way. It needs to be where you kind of go with the flow more. You know, you're doing things in a very flowy way, accepting the changes that need to happen, making changes when they need to happen, and knowing that you're going to be okay, knowing that your children are going to be okay. If you need to get out of a relationship, but you're staying there for the kids, this is where you need to get out. Period. End of story. You don't stay. You don't wait. You leave. And you figure it out after that. And if you do that, I feel like you're going to end up in a new relationship. Scorpios don't stay single for very long. I mean, they really don't. And they don't stay poor for very long either. So if you're worried about your finances, stop worrying about your finances. If you're worrying about, being alone, stop worrying about being alone. If there's, the way the universe works is if your cup is empty, the universe will fill it, because that's how it goes. But if your cup is like overflowing to full, the universe cannot send you more. Okay, so you have to in a way be at that point of new where there isn't anything and leap empty-handed into the void in a place of trust, in a state of trust, and saying yes and doing things in that, going with the flow, so the universe can bless you. That's kind of just how it works. So if you are stagnating, your closet is overflowing with stuff that you don't need. It's full of bad relationships, and your life is kind of stuck in this mode of the same old. The universe is not going to be able to bless you. So you need to kind of clear out some of the old stuff in your life. Let go of the past relationships. Let go of the old lovers. Stop worrying that you're going to be alone, because the minute you're actually alone, you realize, oh my gosh, I have so much freedom and I have so much I can do. And you'll be able to focus on other things. And rather than obsessing about an old relationship or obsessing about a partner who just isn't good for you, And don't let the old stuff drag you down. I feel like some old stuff is dragging you down. It's time to move on. It's time to do something new. It's time to take that step forward. I feel like, and this is across the board for everybody, I feel like the new year is really happening like February 1st. Or in February. It's not happening in January. It's like January is where things are wrapping up, and it's kind of we're all kind of coming to terms with old junk and clearing out junk and taking things to the junkyard, and it's sort of just a time to wrap things up. It's just the energy. So, if you are in that place of should I or shouldn't I leave, all I can say is in the cards it says that you should, because you are moving on to something better. And there's always somebody better out there. So you have to think that way. So anyways, that's a long message, but thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing and Google Plusing on my videos. I really appreciate it. And I will be back again for your mid-January horoscopes. So stay tuned for those. Definitely check me out on Twitter at Oracle Daphne. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm going to send you big hugs. Big hugs. Big kisses. Take care.